And if we ask the stars what they mean, what would they say back to us? Welcome! You want to go on a card journey today? Give me some of your time, and I'll give you some of your story. Well, let's see what the cards say. Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to Coin Place Tarot. My name is Corey, and I'm going to be your tarot card reader for today. This is a set of quick announcements. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification button. That way, when uploads are made, you can see what the stars are trying to say to you. Also, if interested, individual reads are back up and open. Either message or email me directly. Link is on main, and we'll set it up, okay? So, Cap, what are we looking at in this round of reads? This is going to be your one-to-one for the month of July. One-to-ones are a style of read that I do that has person A on this side, person B on this side, and trying to see, what are the dynamics happening between these parties. Two major caveats to this style of read. The first, because of its intricate and intimate nature, oftentimes it's labeled as being a love reading. I reject that notion because it's not always lovely, right? We talk about everything at my table, not just rainbows and butterflies. So that's the first. The second, it ain't always got to be about love. I promise you. It could also be about family, friends, coworkers, somebody you just met, right? What's going on between this person and that person? That's just what we need to know. So as a preamble to the recap, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, but don't always be so willing to reverse. At times, even it gets difficult. Understand that I, as your tarot card reader, I'm not here to misguide you or mislead you. Trust me, I got 12 signs to work with and none of the time to lie to any of them. Instead, we lay our cards out on the table, and good or bad can rain or sunshine. We talk about it because at the end of the day, tarot is a conversation, just an energetic one. Yeah. So follow along with me in your read today, Cap, your one-to-one read for this month, and let's see what the cards say. You're going to be over here. They're going to be over there. Show us the cards that we need to see, please, for the Capricorn Collective. Your 1-1 read. Where the cards we need to see, please, between Cap and your person. Okay, I like that for you. Hierophant. So following along the path, unwaveringly, so this is my calling, this is what I'm going to be doing on their end. The Hangman. Okay, that's an interesting concept to take. Let's talk about the Hangman first, because you pulled two majors from the onset. The Hangman is not necessarily somebody who committed to self-harm. That's not what's going on here. The Hangman tied themselves upside down intentionally to try to gaze out and understand their worldview from an inverted standpoint, right? They pulled a 180 so that they could look at things at the inverse. In that way, it's intentional observation. This person is watching, trying to understand what this dynamic is, and they're believing you in your words, but also they want to see your actions. Long story short, on your end with the Hierophant, you're following a path that you say, no, this is my calling, this is what I'm guided towards. I'm not budging from it, right? Keyword, we're not moving. So they're like, well, yeah, you can do that. And I want to see what part I play in that, but I'm going to be watching. Okay. So I don't know what that means to you just yet, but we're going to see the dynamic at play. Given that these cards are on the board, let's see some fronts and backs. Fronts and backs being the backs left in the unsaid, left to the wayside, and the fronts, what's most directly communicated, what type of energy exchange is that. So show us the cards we need to see, please. Fronts and backs for Cap and their read. What's going on between the Cap and their person right now? Temperance. Okay. And maybe some things do build and change with time. Why so? Yeah. Okay. So this is a long time coming. The Knight of Swords indicating if this is the most opportune time, I'm going to go for it. Okay. On their end, the Six of Swords, moving forward and moving on. Why so? Nine of Cups. Okay. Originally, I was kind of worried that this is more combative. No. They were waiting on you to find yourself. I don't know who this person is to you, Cap, but they like, I'm getting almost a best friend or a mentor kind of vibe here, where they've been watching you, they've been waiting for you to finally say, okay, yes, I'm going to do it. Right? Took you a while, took you a very long time. But now that you've said it, it's kind of like they let out a sigh of relief of finally. It's a nice thing, and now they're watching not out of malice or discontent, but actually watching to make sure, hey, don't slip up. Remember your goals. Remember your goals. Pivot. Right? They're trying to actually support you in the best way they can. It is giving them elation to see what you are aiming for. I like that. Individual positions show where each party stands in Capricorn's 1-to-1 read today. Cards we need to see here. On your end? Okay, and now that we said it, we ain't backing down. 10 of Wands. Yeah, whatever journey you're about to embark on, Capricorn, you're now realizing the weight of it, but instead of shying away from it, you're actually tackling it head on. On their end, the Ace of Cups. And I'm still tying that more to the Nine of Cups right there, that no, this is what true fulfillment looks like for me here, seeing you happy, seeing you thrive, seeing you finally get it together. Run and don't look back. Okay, underneath it all, Eight of Wands, direct communication. And finally, now that it is said, it must be intentional. No backing down. Okay, so great. Now that we have two separate parties on the board, both looking at each other, one towards the other, 1-to-1, let's look at down the middle. What is shared? Show us cards we're going to see, please, for Capricorn in this read. What is shared between them and their person? Good. And down the middle, what do we see? Okay, 5 of Wands. Yeah, this has been kind of a contentious issue between you and this person. It's like imagine if you had a roommate that reminded you, hey, remember you said you were going to do that yesterday, right? It's been a issue that has been a point of contention between you and them for a while. Queen of Pentacles. Knowing the outcome, knowing that so much more could be had if we just invested into it and cared about it more. The Sun. Good. Seeing you thrive, seeing you happy, that sun coming out and now showing deliverables of, no, this isn't just a thought, this isn't just a passing notion, this could be something great for you, but you have to want that. 4 of Wands. And what goes along with that 4 of Wands? Page of Cups. Okay. So whether or not you're in a relationship with this person, I don't necessarily see that as functionally relevant. Believe it or not, normally when I see the 4 of Wands, it's like, okay, we're deepening a bond, we're deepening a connection, we're deepening a relationship. Here, you're either already in a tight-knit relationship bond, could be married or otherwise with this person, or B, you have some type of domestic arrangement with them, right? Family, longtime roommate, etc. Whatever that means for you, you know them. And you know them in a close space of your home life, right? Underneath it all, Devil, card of Capricorn. Here, I don't take that as necessarily the things that eat at us or the, the internal notions of self-doubt and dissuasion that keep us back. I see that as, okay, eyes on you, Cap. Eyes on you. If you're going to do this, here's how we do it. Right, still a level of support, but they're also setting aside some of their judgment and their critique to say, how can I help you when you're ready to leave? Okay. As we move towards resolution, define the major arcana straight across the table in this read. Let's look at the Hierophant first. first card that you pulled, first card that we pulled in this read today. Why do I have it? Why feeling so thoroughly guided in this manner? What are cards we need to see, please, for Capricorn in this read? That's a break. What do we need to see, please, for Cap in this read today? Okay. Five of Swords. Yeah. Again, this has been a debate happening for a while, and a lot of it was self-doubt. A lot of it was, no, let's wait for the right moment. A lot of it was, there was never going to be a perfect time to do it, right? And part of accepting that, and this is why you kind of had to put your stamp on it, whatever journey you're embarking on next, Cap, it's going to be great. But for a long time, you kind of dilly-dallied with it. You had X number of reasons, or in this case, excuses to say, well, it could be a different time. No, there is no perfect moment. There is no perfect time. The perfect time is what you make of it. And so that's something I think you had to realize over time, is that what's holding me back right now isn't anybody around me. In fact, I have a very great supporting system in this person. It's not anything but the decisions that I'm making. So how do we move forward properly when we hold ourselves accountable to our own goal, right? On their end, with the Hangman, the Fool, a new beginning. Good. And they were waiting to see, will you pull it off? I think you can. I genuinely think you can. To Temperance. Temperance again. Here, again, so much time built into, maybe we need different conditions. Maybe, if the sun was rising right now, maybe we had so many other reasons just to wait. But eventually had to realize that time waits for no one. Again, whatever this journey is for you, I think you were waiting for the perfect moment until you had to decide, no, I make that. It kind of just a reiteration of what happened at the top. But here, letting our fear subside, letting everything subside, and just finally saying, well, if I don't, who will? And that's a fundamental attitude shift versus just waiting, right? Because when we take initiative, that's when everything starts to change. To the Sun, Page of Swords, watch the tables turn, watch the world unfold, right? Happiness comes to us when we're able to go look for it. So in resolution, the Six of Pentacles, the everyday investment, the things like, me starting it, me continuing on it, me not backing down from it, and the Knight of Swords. It requires action and it requires a 10. Underneath it all, Queen of Swords. What we know is what has been said. What we see in this read today, Cap, I like this for you. And again, like I said at the beginning of this style of reading videos, it ain't always got to be about love. This one is more so about support, right? You have a party that has been with you through thick and thin, and they weren't trying to shoot down your dreams. They were actually trying to support you, but the only thing that they could do was wait until you were ready for you, right? You were ready to become you. On their end, they're actually incredibly excited that you're moving forward in this path, although it took forever, and admittedly, it took a very long time. They kept on bringing it up. They kind of kept on, nagging you about it because they wanted to see you get more out of it. So when we move forward in actions and intent, when we move forward to where we got to go, it still suggests the same exact thing, that, hey, we're moving in this manner. This is the journey I'm taking. And they just said, finally, I was waiting for you to decide. Okay. That's what I got in your read today, Cap. I hope this conversation helped. And yeah, this is a very supportive party. Whoever they are to you, keep them close, because they finally got you to the point of where you're ready to take the next step. I'll see you around, okay? Take care.